back to the channel, and today I want to do something that's more related to fishing. So just stay tuned and you'll find out. Alright, boys and girls, before we even start today's video, one of the things I want you to go ahead and do is go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification. Every time it's going to be something different. So let's get to it. I know people who go out, they buy a fishing rod because they want to get into fishing. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you some of the things that I like to do and some of the things that are necessary to do with a fishing rod. So what I have is one of my rods. This one was, I believe this one was given to me. But line needs to be changed, and she needs a little maintenance. So we're going to get to it. Alright, so the first thing is, let me just go ahead. I want to show you something real quick. Alright. I don't know if you could see that, but this right here, this is called a Texas rig. Okay? I use this, I throw this a lot, especially when I'm bed fishing for bass. Alright, so if you give me one quick moment here. I didn't think so. Okay, well, it does happen. So I do throw this a lot when I'm bed fishing for bass, especially like during the pre-spawn. Alright, so we're going to cut this off. And just be very careful. Alright. Knife needs a little sharpening. I'll do that some other time. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to take that hook. You see that? I'll show you at a different date how to tie these. There we go. With this one in particular, I have two of them. That's why I got to figure out which one is which. With this one in particular, you give it a twist downward. And then you'll see, it's just a simple twist. You go, pop, knocks it out. Then you go ahead, you pull this out. Okay, I do this even when it's a new rod, when it's a new reel. Reason for that is to make sure that it's properly lubricated, because not always are they going to come properly lubricated from the store. Now you can see I got the bail out. Quick inspection. Everything looks good. Now we'll put the rod to the side. And time to undo this. Even on a new reel. Okay. On a new reel, you want to go ahead and change the line on it, because you don't know how long that line has been sitting. You don't know what kind of line it is. I have specific lines that I use for certain items. Okay, so go ahead. Ooh, yeah, that's a good thing. I could feel right here where the line is very stiff. Shouldn't be that stiff, especially for such a thin, I mean, let me see if I can get it into focus, but that's a real thin line. So we'll go ahead, take all the line out of it. And now we're down to just where it's tied up at. Okay. Okay, it's a little messy, but it's okay. Okay, and into the trash it goes. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead, look at this. Magnets. Okay, now, mind you, these do have magnets on them. Those magnets are for a brake, if you'll notice right there. That little dial, that's for your magnet. That's a brake. So far so good. Looks good. Now, I always use this 3-in-1 oil. It's never failed me. So just add a little drop to it in the hole. And what I do is, believe it or not, a little bit goes a very long way. So we do 1 drop on this end. And come on, get all the air out. Okay, 1 drop. One drop. Then we're going to spin this around. We're going to do the other side as well. And ooh, there's a little bit of dirt in there. Just clean that out, because you don't want any of that stuff getting tangled up. There we go. There it is. There's the drop. Hey! Alright. So 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop. Then I'm going to come in here. Everything does look clean. And we're going to add 2 drops. Come on. There it goes. 2 drops. Put that to the side. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is, just to get that oil to spread out, I'm going to put the bail back in. Push it down. Put the cap back on it. And then just run it real quick. There it goes. Now it feels nice and smooth. Okay. Yep. Nice and smooth, baby. So, next step is we're going to get line, fresh line put on this. Now I'm going to put this down real quick. Now you can see right here, this is something that I made to keep all of my fishing line in place, nice and neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this one here. It's a 10-pound. Let's see, what is this one? Yeah, this is 10-pound mono. Unless you're planning on catching some serious monsters, I wouldn't really recommend going too heavy. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back here, flip, flip, pop that open. This is just to make it easier for me to start the tie off. Now, on the front of the reel, you'll notice right there, there's a little hole. That's where your line is going to go in. So what I'm going to do is, just to give it a little guidance, just to give it, put it in through one of the guides, I'm going to insert it right into one of these eyelets. And we go. Bring her down. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put it through this. And pull through. You notice now it's through here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take the bail out, and maintaining with the shape of how it's coming out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie it down. So the way I tie it down, very simple. Just use a simple slip knot. So I'll go ahead, push my bail through, pull the line. The line will automatically pull the bail in. Put this back on. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead, tighten this up, and start just reeling in. Now if you notice, the line is coming from the top. That's how I want to keep it. That way it prevents the line from kinking. It also prevents the line from getting damaged. It'll keep the shape better. What I'm going to do is, since this fishing rod has this little thing here to hold it in place, that's what I'm going to do. Just to keep that end, you see? Now it keeps the end secured. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you how to redo this. You're going to hold your line right there, nice and tight, and you just slowly start reeling it in. Okay, and I'm back. So as you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little space right there at that lip. You want to keep that space. You don't want to fill the line up completely, because what will end up happening is you're not going to be able to cast out properly. Not filling it up all the way, as I've discovered throughout the years, allows you to do a proper cast, a nice cast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, keep that line tight, bring it up to here, and then I'm going to sever it. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut it. And now I'm going to go ahead, release the top half of it, set it in place, line it up, because it's important to have all of these lined up. That way you have a nice when you reel in, they're nice and it's not going to tangle up on you. Okay. Loosened up the bail. Okay, now one of the things that I do a lot as well, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to change off that weight that was on that setup that I had. Pull enough line through it. Okay, it's got a little firmness to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side, and this hook is still good. It's nice and sharp. So what I'm going to do is, but the knot that's on it, man, it is a monster knot. I'm going to make another video showing you guys how to, the different knots and how to tie them. Okay. I'm changing out the weight that I had on there to a slightly heavier weight. That way it has a little bit, it'll sink a little bit better for me. Because that weight is not sinking as I want it to sink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the back of the hook, this is the back, to the front. Back again. I'm going to put my finger through here. That way I can pull out some extra line. Now you should end up with something like that. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over. Make sure it's nice and tight. Come through. Send it through like you're tying your shoes or a regular knot. But you're not going to pinch it down right away. You're going to come out. So now you have that. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to loop this through the back of the hook to the front. Tighten it up a little bit, just a little bit. And then you want to wet it. And then cinch down on it. Okay, now that it's cinched down, that's not going anywhere. I'm going to take the excess line and I'm going to cut it off. So I'll just leave a little lead to it. Nice and tight. And there you have it. Little Texas rig. If you see, let's see if I can make it better. Right there. Okay, there you can see it. It's this loop right here. What you do is you put your hook through it. Come back here. You put your hook through it. And then just tighten up your line. And there you go. One of the other pieces of advice, okay, let's try that again. So one other piece of advice I could give you, with the hook, be very careful. Because I have hooked myself numerous times. And I'll tell you this much, it's not fun. It hurts. Alright folks, so until next time, stay safe and keep those lines tight.